Hi everyone. Today I want to share my thoughts and what I learned about the Swift programming language. So this is a language and introduced by Apple and is widely used in Apple. And for the senior project, I actually use the Swift language to build a simple movie searcher, and it has been really fun of learning this language. Now let me introduce a little thing about the Swift. So as I mentioned, it's developed by Apple, and Swift is a robust and intuitive programming language. And you can use in iOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS, like all the operating system of Apple. And the Swift combines the best of modern language thinking with wisdom from there's a lot of Apple engineers and their culture. And more importantly, is prioritize the safety and aims to eliminate entire categories of common programming errors. Um, there's some main features of Swift why Apple really wanted to introduce this language to the creators, because it's safe by design and reducing common programming errors. It's pretty fast, really powerful, and with a focus on optimized performance. And it's really easy to read. And like compare with other language, I think it's like really like it's much more easier to understand like the code. And if you have some knowledge about Swift, you probably heard a lot of people compare it with Objective-C. But the Swift syntax is less verbose and more readable than the Objective-C. Let me give you a really simple example, like the difference between Swift and Objective-C and why like we prefer to use Swift, like why Apple prefer to use Swift in the future. Okay, so I just create a simple function in both Swift and Objective-C, and this function will return the square of a number. For example, if I type like number 4. So up here, this picture shows what the code needs in Swift. And below here, it shows you the code needed in Objective-C. So you can see the Swift is much more easier. Like, if like for a beginner like me to learn, you probably prefer to pick Swift rather than Objective-C. So let's talk about the Swift in practice. So right now it's widely used in Apple ecosystem. There's a lot of apps and the functions built by Swift. I remember I watched a video about the function they introduced I think like 2 years ago, like the widget built by Swift and Swift UI. It's really simple. You can just simply create a widget, probably like less than an hour. And here's a showcase I created for the simple Swift code. So it's how you create an interface UI button. So like here you can see, like normally I remember I try to create a button with a JavaScript. It's like pretty long, but here it's really simple and it's really easy to learn and pretty fast. And let's talk about the integration with Apple frameworks. So the Swift integrates seamlessly with existing Apple frameworks. They have like UIKit for iOS and watchOS, AppKit, macOS, and some I didn't write it down, and such as like the widget kit and the weather kit, like all those stuff. Like there's a new function introduced every year. And the Swift and Objective-C can coexist in the same project. some Swift is pretty new, and some people already use Objective-C previously, but they can still use their existing code uh, in their new program with Swift. And Swift can use all existing Objective-C classes available in the UI kit. And Apple also provides Swift-friendly APIs, making it easier for Swift developers to use complex Objective-C features. So if you're really familiar with Objective-C, it's gonna be easy for you to pick it up in this new language. And it's fast and it's very simple, and I think you will love it. And if you are really interested in learning more about Swift, I really recommend to download the documents and learning materials from the Apple. That's my main learning materials for learning Swift while building my senior project. And they're all free, and there's a lot of classes, free classes on apple.com, and they have the book app. You can download them all for free. And if you want more complex stuff, or you want to explore more, there's more options, such as the tutorials. They have a Swift playgrounds. It's kind of like a game. You can learn this language in a fun way, but you also can go to learn this language in the Code Academy, or you can like find people really experienced programmers Swift code from the GitHub. And that's my three main resource of video, how to learn the Swift. So thank you for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoy learning the Swift. Thank you so much.